What up? What up? Back from a long vacation. As you see the thumbnail, this is why my wife divorced me, and I don't give a fuck. Now, before I get into the whole story of why my wife divorced me and led to a better me, I want to start off by saying I when I thought about a lot of things, I was red pill before I even knew a red pill was out there. Like, I got married when I officially got married back in 2008. But before I got married, I was messing with about I think three to four, no more than four different chicks, right? But I always like even before I got married, I always thought like, why do men get married? What are the benefits of getting married? For a man, there are really no benefits of getting married. You know what I'm saying? I always thought even back then I was only before I got married, I was like 26 years old. I'm 42 now. And I always knew and thought about it very critically that, man, there's really no benefits for a man to get married. Like all the benefits lies on the woman. But even so, it got to a point where when I really, really thought about it, the only reason why I wanted to get married is because I wanted to, of course, someday have a child to continue my legacy. So, um, so here it is. It's going to be, the story's going to be kind of detailed, kind of long, but I'm trying to make it short. I went to college. I went to Norfolk State University. Um, pretty much before you get out of college, before you get out of school, the whole school system, you're pretty much in school most of your life. Going through high school, college, and everything like that. And of course, throughout most of my time at school, most of the women I would come into contact with, being very studious and on campuses and everything like that, predominantly women who don't have any kids, don't have any children. I noticed that once I got out of college, that the majority of women that were coming to in my everyday life in passing on the street and in passing, meeting them no matter where, the majority of them had kids already. I mean, anywhere from 18 on up, all of them had kids. And of course, me being that I didn't have any children, I didn't want to, get into a relationship or well, I'm not gonna say relationship, but I didn't want to get married to women or a chick who had kids already. I mean, that's just not any sensible, logical man. They don't want to, if they want to start a legacy for themselves, they don't want to start, uh, you know, a marriage or a relationship with someone who has kids already. So, when I say the majority of women I was coming to had kids already, I mean the vast, but overwhelming vast majority. My bad, I got like the cigar. I used to be a heavy weed smoker, and being I'm on probation now, I can't, I can't smoke weed. And I think I gave it the story as why in one of my last videos, but just bear with me. So most of the chicks I was coming in contact with, and I even got a relationship with a chick who had a kid and everything like that. But I ultimately knew that it would never work out, that I eventually want to, get married with someone who didn't have kids. But it was so fucking bad that I had to go back into my past to, to hopefully find the one who I wanted to get married and have kids with. So I was a girl that I was dating my freshman year in college, and being that she was raised pretty much with the same exact core values that I was, uh, I had both parents in my life during the whole tenure of my life. They're still together today. As a matter of fact, this August is this August 22nd. As a matter of fact, a couple weeks from now, they're coming upon their 40th year anniversary. big kudos to my parents, big props. I'm gonna get them something special for this anniversary. Anyhow, I got back in contact. I sent a letter to my ex-girlfriend at the time, parents. They stayed in Brooklyn, New York, hoping I had a pretty good feeling that they were still going to be together, and that's this letter then that they pretty much lived there the majority of their lives. That this letter will, reach or get to the house, and then if she did live there, she'll pass it on to her daughter. In which they did. The mom got the letter and eventually, called up, her daughter and said, "Hey, I got a letter here." Blah 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 blah. Um, so that's how I got back in contact with my ex-wife. Now, before I decided to do that, I mean, of course, like I said, I wanted to get married because I wanted to have children, or have at least one child or children, and be in their lives, just like my parents were in my lives, my whole entire life. So, yeah, I got back in contact, and that happened. I think I shared the story before, but if not, I'm going to share it and go into a little bit more detail because it goes along the line with what's going on today online with the big topic of women, men being married. The statistics of when the marriage fails, it's always it's predominantly the woman filing for divorce and everything like that. Because I'm going to get into it. That pretty much just hear me out. So we pretty much got back in contact. You know what I'm saying? And to be truthful with y'all, when we got back in contact, I wasn't shit at the time. Like at that point in time, I was still kicking up dust, running the streets. I wasn't in the streets like that, but I was just running the streets with friends in the streets out there smoking weed. That's some different chicks still partying and everything like that. But far as financial wise, I wasn't on my game. Like I didn't at that point, I had a job. It's a bullshit job. I wasn't really making no money like that. Uh, the woman that I had, she had a nice job, career actually, because she's still in the same field doing her thing, making lots of money. She lives up north. But yeah, so we got back in contact and we hit it off. We picked up pretty much where we left off. Um, I eventually moved up to where she was at in Pennsylvania, close to the Philadelphia area from Florida. I just picked up because it wasn't that much for me to pick up. I only had like my clothes and I had a busted old ass car, which I like sold that shit before I left, and I moved up there. Anyway, I moved up there, moved in with her. Quickly found a nice job within a 3-month time frame. She even helped me out. I give her this, like, I'm gonna give you out 100% truthful story. She put me, she helped me get on my feet with her and everything like that. She looked out for all the bills and everything until I got a job, which was 3 months. She even co-signed, not even co-signed, because my credit won't shit at the time. But she got a car. She financed a car for me. It was a bullshit ass. Well, I can say bullshit ass at the time. It was a bullshit to me because I couldn't get it. But it was a 2006 Chrysler Sebring. But yeah, my ex-wife, she financed to get a car, financed for me to get a car so I can get back and forth to work. So we eventually got married. I spent money on her ring, my ring, and her father, dropped 20 bands on the wedding. So we had a nice, luxurious wedding and everything like that. Everything was good, and we continued. We did the damn thing, and we have a beautiful daughter today. She's gorgeous. She's wonderful, and yeah. So pretty much it came to about after I believe after like 4 years after marriage, uh, I lost. Well, I quit my job. It was due to a racial discrimination matter that being that I quit. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't able to get unemployment. Anyway, she ultimately, held on as long as she could, and I couldn't get a job back in quick enough fashion, that she saw fit for me to, handle my business as a man to help contribute and help take care of the family. So she ultimately wanted a divorce. I got mad. I was bitter at the time because I wanted the same thing that I had in my life and that she had in her life, which was to have a core family and for both parents to be in that child's life for the duration of her life. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. So she wanted divorce and everything like that. Um, I moved back in with my parents because, of course, being at a time that I didn't have a job, I had nowhere to go and shit like that. So I moved back with my parents so I could get back on my feet. Fast forward to today, where pretty much I'm doing very well for myself, and pretty much it's kind of a blessing because we ultimately grew apart, like what I'm saying, for us mentally and everything like that, and that I mean mentally, and that I quickly learned that after messing with her and the girls that I was messing with or women that I was messing with after her, that what I'm saying, the physical attraction was going. She wasn't gonna be able to pretty much keep me physically attracted because I got into finer women and everything like that. But to make a long story short, why she did me a favor in divorcing me is because, like I said, we grew apart. I make way more money now than I did when I was with her. And the moral of the story is that it doesn't matter how much the woman loves you, how many kids she has with you. A woman, her emotions can change at the drop of a dime. And when those emotions change, it pretty much it goes from being your children to her child. All of a sudden, it just goes from y'all child to her child. It's funny and kind of fucked up how that shit happens because it really proves about this now that this real whole red pill movement and everything's coming to fruition within the manosphere. It clicks me like, damn, the majority of women are like that, man. Like, she can love you all day, every day. She can have two, three, four, five, six, seven kids with you. But the moment you drop the bag or the moment you fuck up, she can have a different emotion at any given time and say, fuck it, I'm out, I'm leaving, I don't want you no more. And for men, like we always get the short end of the stick because it's fucked up. Now, the reason I said she did me a favor, well, before I get into that, is I sacrificed everything to be with her, so just solely so I can have a child and raise that child and hopefully be in her life physically on an everyday basis. And now, of course, that's not happening. I still take care of my child financially. I see her when I can, primarily during the summertime and everything like that, because she lives up north, I live down south. So, but it, all the benefits weigh heavily on the side of the woman, and it really is fucked up for all the men who go through this. And because, like, when you hear stories for women, online, Facebook, Twitter, whatever type of online outlet, social outlet, like, for example, I see on my timeline women complain about their baby fathers all day, every day. But of course, the father is never there to defend themselves. So you never know the true nature of the story of what she's saying is true because you never hear the side of the stories from the men, which is why I'm partly going to dedicate my channel to men, predominantly single fathers, so they can tell their side of the story. Because our side of the stories is not out there. All we hear is side of the stories from the women on social media and even mainstream media. Black men have never had a platform, a mainstream platform, to tell their side of the story, or just tell anything about far as marriage, what we want in a woman, what we value, anything like that. We've never had a platform about this ever. So yeah, I sacrificed everything so I can have a child and be in this child's life, just like my parents were in my life every step of the way, and like her parents were her life step of the way. But she, emotions changed. She made a decision, wanted to leave, get a divorce, and like, again, the ultimate decision lies heavily on the female. It's fucked up how they have full control once they have it. Once you have children, they can just say, fuck you, take the child, and make any decision and to leave and go do what they want to do. And it's more fucked up because it just shows that they're selfish, that they think of themselves first rather than thinking about the kid first. Because no matter what anyone can say, two parents in the household is always better than one. Two incomes, of course, is always better than one, no matter what she's making or what he's making. Two is just simple math. Two incomes is always going to be better than one. So now, we're happily divorced. Fast forward, like, again, this is about close to 12, about 11 years ago. So I'm doing way better. And like I said, I felt like I feel that she did me a favor because when we got divorced, I won't work shit. I didn't have a job, and which is the core reason why she divorced because I couldn't find a job quick enough that she see fit. Now I'm doing a whole lot better financially for myself and everything like that. I, especially with this red pill movement and with the the emergence of Candace Samuels and everything like that, it's helping us to pretty much steer the game and take back power and control and how we want to run things and how we what we're going to take and stand and what we won't take and stand. And now that I'm so financially stable and got a little bag here and there, like it's like you realize, especially when you get older too, you realize that there's not much that you will put up with at all. Like you really have full control of your destiny and the type of women that you can get. Once you stay on your purpose and stay ambitious with the vision, to stay with the drive to get the bag as much as possible. But that's pretty much my story in a nutshell. It just goes along with and proves that women are entirely selfish because when they make these decisions, they never make the decisions with the children, in thought. It's always about them, what they want, and how they feel. When you listen to the majority of these women's stories online or on TV, as far as all them talk shows that we've had, Sally Jesse Raphael, Ricky Lake, Maury Povich, Jerry Springer, whatever the fuck. It's always when you listen to these women's talk, it's always about their emotions, their feelings, and what they want. You never hear anything about what's better for the child. It's always what's better for them. Meanwhile, the father, the man, is always thinking about what's better for the household. Definitely what's better for the child, which is the only reason why I wanted to get married in the first place. Because I want to have a child and raise them, from a baby to see them grow up and everything old and everything, be in their life physically on an everyday basis. And now that's being taken from me, it does something to us, man, as far as, how how we gonna go about and move in our life down, in the future state. I don't shit, I'm to the point now that I know these things and how women could be react and how they can change their emotions on the drop of a dime. I don't know about ever get married again. You know what I'm saying? I'm messing with the chick right now. She wants to be married. She's never been married before. She tells me that I'm the best thing that happened to her out of most of the guys that she's been with and everything like that. But being that, and I told her, I was like, man, we just have to take one day at a time and see where it goes and everything like that, because she knows my story already, as I told it to y'all. That, and I've always said, even before I met her, even before I got married, when I got married, I was like, if this marriage doesn't work, I don't think I'll ever get married again. I'm gonna be one and done. It's like I'm not one of those dudes who like to, have kids by this chick, and that chick. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of those dudes who, who's looking forward to being in 2, 3 marriages. If it don't work out, try it again, try it again. No, man. As a matter of fact, lots of men are waking up and not wanting that. Lots of men not wanting to get married, what I'm saying, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. It's just a huge awakening that's going on within the manosphere and with this red pill movement. The days of stepdaddy, men wanting to, it's not even men wanting to be stepdaddy. It's lots of men are simps. And what I'm saying, if they're not used to getting chicks throughout their life, they'll probably meet, that bad chick once they get older because their money got better and everything like that. So they're willing, keyword is willing, to take on this woman with her children because they just want to be with that woman so bad. Not me. Most of the women that I got in relationships with after the divorce with my ex-wife is like, man, I definitely don't want to deal with a chick who having kids in the household, no young kids. If she had kids and they're grown, they're fine in the house, that's fine. But as far as me wanting to raise little children, that's definitely a no. Because as we all know and learn that children are a huge liability. Shit, even a woman is a liability, especially if you're the breadwinner. And yeah, especially the breadwinner, no matter if she has a job or she doesn't have a job, women, especially when we get to our age, women are a huge liability. But yeah, that's pretty much my story on how the red pill comes into this. Because like I said, my mental mind state on how I thought about marriage before I even got married, I'm realized that I was red pill before red pill was really even a thing. because there, like I said, there's no been any logical man with any common sense who thinks, logically, critically, there's never ever a benefit for the man to get married to the woman. Everything lies and is skewed heavily on the female, and that's it. Um, but at least I can say I do have a beautiful, very intelligent daughter. She's a straight A student. She's going into the 8th grade this year, coming up. Uh, yeah, and I'm actually, and that's another thing. I'm giving her the game early. As far as how is the red pill, how it's going to play very intricately into her life and how she'd be able to move and navigate as far as the man that she chooses. I'm teaching her very early to only have kids with one guy, to pick a winner, how to pick a winner. Let me examine them, question them, and all that. All the pretty much everything that a father is supposed to do, because the women, the mothers don't do it. They teach their children differently from how the father teaches in school the children. Like, far as just, everything is, if you like him, if he's nice, it's and that, you need a guy, this and that, blah, blah. No, we're giving them the ins and outs, letting them know the true, real secrets on, what's most important about a woman and how to get a valuable man, as far as keeping your beauty intact, being, keeping beauty intact, being feminine, cooperative, smart, everything like that. So that's pretty much it. Also, like I said, I want to dedicate this channel primarily to men so they can get the story out. Men out there, if you got a story that you want to tell, hit me up. My email, I should have put it in the description. I will put it in the description. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put it in the chat. My email is clofresh611@gmail.com. Please hit me up because I'm looking for a man who's wanting to tell this side of the story as to why they got divorced or why their relationships fail. Even when you're not married, if you got kids out there, so if you got kids with feelings or anything like that, hit me up, email, and send me an email because I want to get everyone's get people's stories out there. I'm going to start this channel, going to get real active soon. Now that I'm off vacation, I'll be able to try to go live on an every day or every other day basis so I can get into YouTube's algorithm and people can start seeing my videos more out there, stuff like that. But yeah, we men definitely need to get their stories out there and heard, so we know, so we know that, so they know that we out there, man. It's men, fathers out there who really truly care for their children, and that pretty much how we have no control over the issue if a woman chooses that she just up and want to leave for whatever the fuck reason. I think I wanted to say something else. Oh, the last thing is, and I know a lot of men can vouch for me on this. Child support is a fraud. Like, I take care of my daughter financially every month to send my baby mama, my ex-wife money and everything like that. But I asked her one day, I said, look, you know as well as I do that the money I send you on an every month basis, it doesn't go into the child all the money I send you, it doesn't go directly into the child. Use the monies, to partially pay bills or do whatever you gotta do, whatever. But we as men all know that it doesn't take a substantial amount of money each and every month to raise a kid. And I say that is because the majority, 70% of the money that they use it for goes into the bills. When you're supposed to do that as a grown person, if you're, living by yourself and take care of yourself anyway. So I asked her, I was like, man, look, how about you give me my child? We can draw up a contract with the lawyers and everything. I sign it, you sign it. Give me my child. It's not even that I'll take, primary custody. We can have joint custody, but let me raise my child, and I won't ask you for no fucking child support. Simple as that. I won't even ask you for no child support. But of course, they don't even want to have that. They're not gonna have that because most man shit, over 90% of black, especially black women, are dependent off of something, whether it's the man, child support, whether it's government issued, non-government ordered, fucking Section 8 housing, food stamps, Medicare, whatever. The majority of black women are dependent off of something or someone, but yet the majority of we trying to scream like they're independent when we all know that's not true. we know it's not true. And I challenge each and every father to go to their ex-wife or baby mama and say, look, give me my child. Let's drop a contract to where I have the child in my custody. We can split custody, but I want to raise my child. So I won't eat, I won't ask you for any child support. And they will always say no because they're dependent on that money. It's all a game. It's all about the money. Everything always boils down to money. I mean, which ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't bitching about it, but it just goes to show for the fact when it comes to the female, they don't give a, they really don't give a fuck. It's about the money. Majority of women will say, if you just to say, let me get my child and let me raise him and I won't ask you for shit, no money at all, ever, and we can have contracts drawn up, they're all gonna say no. Because that's it's all about the money. It's all about the game. They want to keep that money coming in for, so they can live, add it to the lifestyle that they're living and everything like that. But I told her, like, man, I can raise my child without your money. But and the thing is, I think either we make it same about the same amount of money now, or she still makes a little bit more than I do. Because she's been in her job, her career for ever since I met her, ever since early 20s, and we're early 40s now. But she doesn't want to do it because again, like I said, at the end of the day, it's all about money, dog. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Shit, I'm about to go eat something, chill out, relax for the rest of the day. I'm gonna try to come back and do another live tomorrow or the day after that. But like I said, this challenge is going to, now that I'm off vacation, it's going to get very active. I got a lot to say. I'm going to start brainstorming on a lot of topics I want to bring to y'all. Like I said, I want to get this channel, I want to blow this channel up. And I want to dedicate it to men who have stories as well. I want to get their stories, out there to the public. Because that's what we need to do. We need to start getting our stories and what's happening from our end, out there in the public. And shit, if you want to put your baby mama or your ex-wife on blast because she won't shit, you drop her name, and the public need to know. Like I said, on my Facebook timeline, they be sounding out their baby fathers and ex-husbands all the time. But you don't never see the male online anywhere or anything like that selling out his baby mom because we know how that's a direct reflection on us. But it's about that time. It's about that time. So yeah, this blacks are superior. Well,